Hey everybody, it's Kayla Woodhouse with The Right Nook. Welcome to lesson number 20. Today we're going to talk a little bit about hero and heroine POVs, but unlike in lesson number 19, in which Becca talked about the gender differences of hero and heroine POVs, we're going to talk about how you can develop hero and heroine POVs in your story. So obviously when you're talking about heroes and heroines, there is a gender difference, so you need to keep that in mind no matter what you do. But when you approach how you're going to create and how you're going to develop your characters, one of the best ways that I like to start is by giving them a personality. And the best way I found to do this is to use something like the Myers-Briggs personality type indicator. You could also use DISC or the Enneagram or the personalities A and B personality types. Or a whole slew of other programs and personality types out there can help you develop your characters. So I'm going to use Myers-Briggs because that is what I'm most familiar with, that in the Enneagram, which we'll talk a little bit about in a minute. But first, I'd like to point you to my favorite site, and it's 16personalities.com, which is 16, the numbers, 16personalities, spelled out, .com. And that site has all the different personality types listed for you. It also tells you what each personality type prefers in marriage and in work, how they think, what they do best schoolwork wise, and a whole slew of other things as well. So that's a great place to start. I would go through in my stories and I would pick which personality of those 16 personalities that I would like to use for my hero or my heroine. Also, it's really good to have different personalities for your different POVs. You don't want all of your characters to be INFJs. You don't want all of them to be introverted or extroverted. You don't want all of them to be more analytical, more creative. It's good to have a combination of both. So I will pick a personality type and then I will read through the personality type on 16personalities.com or a book or something similar, and I will apply that to how my character thinks and acts. This will affect the plot moving forward. This will affect the character's motivation, and depending on whether or not it's a hero or a heroine, a man or a woman, this will also change how the personality works. So that's one place to start. Also, the Enneagram is a great resource. I've never really heard of authors using this for their characters. I've heard a lot of authors talk about the Myers-Briggs personality type indicator. So this is kind of new, but the Enneagram has been around for thousands of years, and instead of talking more about personalities, it talks about what motivates people. So there are 9 different types, and you'll say that you're type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4, etc. Each type has a name. So like, for example, I am a type 3. Type 3 is the achiever. I am motivated by getting things done and achieving things constantly. And then the Enneagram will talk about which way, like for example, 3 will lean when the 3 is healthy and when the 3 is unhealthy, when they're making wise decisions, when they're making unwise decisions. So this is a really great test. It's ENNEAGRAM. I'm pretty sure I spelled that right, Enneagram. So great book on the Enneagram is The Road Back to You, and the author's name escapes me. I'm sorry I didn't look that up before I started the video, but if you'd like more information, email us at therightnook@gmail.com, or you can just Google The Road Back to You. It'll come up. And anyway, so that's a really great place to work with your GMC, goal motivation conflict, for each character. Again, it's going to vary depending on whether or not your character is a male or a female, or even just how your character has grown up. Context is everything. Obviously, your character's upbringing is going to shape a whole lot of your hero or your heroine and how they think. Sometimes personality-wise, a character might think short and succinct. Like when you're diving into deep POV, it might be like, you know, I'm hungry. I need food. Where do I get food? The kitchen. it'll sound more like that, you know, whereas someone who's more creative or abstract minded might think, you know, oh, my tummy is rumbling. What does this mean? Oh, I should go get some food, you know, and it might drag out a little bit more. They'll just think differently. So keep that in mind as you're developing your hero and your heroine POVs, and have fun with it. This is a really, 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 really great thing that you can dive as shallow or as deep as you want. Deeper is better. Obviously, though, you don't want to overwhelm your readers with description. And description is actually a subject that we will be discussing in 4 lessons, lesson number 24, I believe. So stick with us. Let us know how it's going. Let me know how you are developing your hero and your heroines. I'd love to receive feedback. You can comment on Facebook. You can comment on this video. You can contact us through email. But whatever you do, just keep writing. Just keep learning and be creative. You're a creative person. I know you are. Otherwise, you wouldn't be writing. So have fun, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.